115 and a half.
115 and a half pounds for Julia Psycho Polistri.
Thank you, Julia. 116.
116 pounds for the problem child, Talita Alankar.
Thank you, Talita. You're good. Thank you. 170.
170 pounds for Victor Psychosis Valenzuela.
Thank you, Victor. 170 and a half.
170 and a half pounds for Max Payne Griffin.
Thank you, Max. Appreciate you. 155 and a half.
155 and a half pounds for Lucas Skywalker Brennan.
Thank you, Lucas. 155 and a half.
155 and a half pounds for Francis Fire Marshall.
Thank you, Francis. 135 and a half.
135 and a half pounds for Cody Custom Made Durden.
Thank you, Cody. Good job. 135 and a half.
135 and a half pounds for Jafel Pastor Filio.
Thank you, Jafel. 135 and a half.
135 and a half pounds for the wild one, Michelle Montague.
Thank you, Michelle. 136.
136 pounds for Shitara Myra Bueno Silva.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, Shatara. Thank you. 184.
184 pounds for Cedriquis the Reaper Dumas.
Thank you, SD. 185.
185 pounds for Jackson the Moose McVeigh.
Thank you, Jackson. 186.
186 pounds for Eric McConaughey.
3, 2, 1. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate you. 185 and a half.
185 and a half pounds for Rodolfo Vieira.
1. Thank you, Adolfo. Good job, Adolfo. 264.
264 pounds for Ryan Superman Span.
Thanks, Ryan. 252 and a half.
252 and a half pounds for Marcus Bushesha.
1. Thank you, Marcus. Good job, Marcus. 136.
136 pounds for Ione Barcelos.
2, 1. Thank you, Ione. 135 and a half.
135 and a half pounds for Montel Quick Jackson.
1. Thanks, Montel. 135 and a half.
135 and a half pounds for Adrian Luna Martinetti.
1. Thanks, Adrian. 135 and a half.
135 and a half pounds for Dangerous Davy Grant.
1. Thanks, Davey. Thank you. 155 and a half.
155 and a half pounds for Alexander El Granchango Hernandez.
155.
155 pounds for Gifted Rafa Garcia.
1. Thanks, Rafa. 135 and a half.
135 and a half pounds for Jocelyn Edwards.
1. Thanks, Jocelyn. 135 and a half.
135 and a half pounds for Norma Dumont.
1. Thank you, Norma. 145 and a half.
145 and a half pounds for the Moroccan Devil, Youssef Zalal.
Thank you, Youssef. Let's go, baby. Good job, Youssef. 146.
146 pounds for Aljamain the Funkmaster Sterling.